This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 28, verses 8 to 15. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. The woman, deep in wonder and full of joy, lost no time in leaving the tomb. They ran to tell the disciples. Then Jesus met them, stopping them in their tracks. "Good morning," he said. They fell to their knees, embraced his feet, and worshiped him. Jesus said, "You are holding on to me for dear life. Don't be frightened like that. Go tell my brothers that they are to go to Galilee, and that I will meet them there." Meanwhile, the guards had scattered, but a few of them went into the city and told the high priests everything that had happened. They called a meeting of the religious leaders and came up with a plan. They took a large number of money and gave it to the soldiers, bribing them to say, "His disciples came in the night and stole the body while we were sleeping." They assured them, "If the governor hears that you're sleeping on duty, we will make sure you don't get blamed." The soldiers took the bride and did as they were told. The story cooked up in the Jewish High Council is still going around. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 28, verses 8 to 15. We begin the Octave of Easter. Throughout this week, the liturgy focuses on the appearance of Jesus to his disciples in varied situations and forms. In today's Gospel, Jesus appears to two women who returned scared but happy from the empty tomb. They were the first to notice the episode of the resurrection. Therefore, they ran to break the news to other disciples when Jesus himself appeared and approached them. They were scared, but the first word of Jesus to them was to rejoice. The resurrection is the greatest of all joys. This resurrection experience and the invitation to rejoice are also directed to us today. His second message to the women: "Do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee. They will see me there." The theme of fear is recurrent in the hours following the crucifixion and even in the resurrection scenes. The risen Jesus called his former deserters his brothers. That was the first and the only time in the whole of the gospel narrative that Jesus referred to the disciples in that intimate way. Matthew invites his readers into the new nature of the relationship between Jesus and those who would become his followers. With Jesus, they could now share the risen life as sons and daughters of God and brothers and sisters of Jesus. The risen Jesus has no enemies. His response to the sin of the world was forgiveness. Jesus had learned the heart of his Father perfectly. His love excluded no one. While Jesus was on the cross dying, the chief priests taunted him by saying, "Let him come down from the cross now, and we will believe in him." Confronted now with the mystery of resurrection, they still refused to believe. What the chief priests asked the guards to declare was not logical. If the guards were asleep while the body of Jesus disappeared, how would they know it was the disciples of the dead man who came and stole the body? If they were asleep, they would not know how the sealed tomb got breached and how the body disappeared. And if they were awake, the forces that breached the tomb were beyond the guards' control to stop them. If we believe in everything we celebrate these days, it is time to go out to meet our brothers and sisters and tell them that we too have met the risen Jesus, and He is alive in our midst. For this, we must go to the Galilee of our times, and there we rediscover the suffering faces that need the good news of the resurrection.